On this episode, HKS breaks another record. I win a trophy and visit the Drift King's abandoned castle. New car, but we'll talk about it next time. This is a new show format on the channel where I take a bunch of stuff that happened during the month and make one big video at the end of the month. Hit like if you think that's a good idea. For the first segment, let's talk about how the old A86 is really slow and the new one is really fast. We're out here today at the A86 Drift Championship Cup at Nikko Circuit. Believe it or not, almost 40 years after it was released, there's still a one-make drift series for this car. The A86 is no longer a budget ride for boy racers though. It's an enthusiast car and a worldwide icon of Japanese culture. They even featured one in an ad for Coach bags recently, believe it or not. There's still many workshops in Japan that specialize in this car, and new parts are still being developed by aftermarket manufacturers all around the world. But many people don't see the appeal in an 8.6. They say it's old and slow, and with a 1.6 litre naturally aspirated engine, they're right. But luckily for us, the modern version of the A86 is much faster. This is the HKS GR86 test car, made to help develop performance parts, as well as set records to prove how well they work. The idea is that anyone will be able to buy parts off the shelf and copy this build. The turbo is a regular bolt-on HKS GT3 RS, as are the FCON IS ECU and EV7 boost controller. But it may surprise you to know that the engine still has stock internals, and the gearbox is still a standard 6-speed. The body kit, while still being developed, will be sold by HKS, as will the Hypermax coilover suspension. Because this is a time attack car, it has big 18-inch Yokohama semi-slicks and enormous brakes from Endless. Of all the sticker names on the car that will make it go fast, however, this one is the most important. Professional race car driver Nobuteru Taniguchi, who has set multiple records for HKS before. After initial tests with minor mods, HKS found that the new 8.6 could run a 1 minute 1 second lap here at Tsukuba Circuit, where anything under 1 minute can be considered to be a fast car. Now with a new turbo and extra downforce, let's see what it can do this time. So a 58.311 for the HKS GR86, which is an amazing time considering it's still the standard gearbox and standard internals. You know, that will come a bit later on, but you know, up until now, it's all stuff that you can just buy from HKS and bolt on and build that exact car. If you don't really know if that's a good time or not, fire up Gran Turismo on the PlayStation and see what you need to do to a GR86 to get it to do a 58.3. And speaking of good lap times, I had a chance recently to drive a turbo all-wheel drive car against the clock. We're out here today at Tsukuba Circuit to do something a little bit different to what you normally do here, Gymkhana. This is a local Gymkhana competition that's being held out here today, and I was told by my friend Morita that they'll be having rental cars here today by GR. The Gymkhana is not something I'd normally do, but I had the chance today to drive one of these two cars here. This of course is the GR 86 and this one back here, the GR Yaris. Now GR of course is Toyota's Gazoo Racing, the racing brand that they're pushing now. And unfortunately this one here is only automatic here today, but these ones are manual. So I thought, look, I can drive rear-wheel drive cars anytime. Don't usually get a chance to drive four-wheel drive turbos, and I've never had a chance to drive the GR Yaris before. So I thought this would be a good chance to do it. Now if you don't know too much about these, the GR Yaris is a 3-cylinder turbo all-wheel drive that Toyota has homologated to use in worldwide rally competition. Now it looks like a fairly small car, and it kind of is. It has a really small wheelbase, and a way you can imagine this car is, you know when people, you know, like crazy builders on the internet will take, you know, the guts of a GTR or, you know, something like that and put it inside like a small compact car? Well, that's what Toyota's done from the factory. This thing is independent suspension, all-wheel drive, in a nice compact little body with huge brakes on it. Like the rear brakes are as big as most cars' front brakes, and here's the front brakes. So this being a Gymkhana event, the cars here are a little bit different to what I normally see at the events that I go to. One noticeable difference is all the cars have lightweight wheels, because you know, lightweight, fast acceleration, quick response is very important. Also, cars like the Mazda Roadster and things like that are also very popular because they're small. And of course the big four-wheel drive rally style cars like the Land Evo and the WRX. One of the coolest cars here is this one here, the little Subaru Vivio. And it's supercharged and it makes the cutest supercharger whine you've ever heard. So I'm going to go out in the GR Yaris and see if it's as good as everyone says it is, because everyone says it's really good.
Alexi,今日何乗ってるの?
GR Yaris.
Yaris?
Yaris.
買ったの?
いや、買ってない。誰かの、わかんない。Alright, so we need to put it in track mode and turn off the traction control. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're good. Alright, windows up. Now I need to remember, when I come around the first time, it's the tight inside. When I come around back the other way, like that, it's the wide. Hang on, is that the right course? Come around there. Inside. When I come back, it's the wide one. Okay. Alright. First gear. Oh, there's a puddle there. I missed the shift. Okay, we go wide this time. Okay, I missed that shift. I wasn't really sure what I was supposed to do. I think I did alright. That felt faster than before. Oh, nani, yokatta? Hey! Top? 22秒だったもん。22? 悪くないね。いや、車速いよ。速いよ。Yeah, these are fun. This is what does it. These brakes. Small, lightweight wheels. Look, they're only 225 18-inch on the front. Michelin, the Michelin Pilot Sports. Like, Pilot Sports are pretty good though. And same on the back, 225 45 18. Yeah, these are a bit of a weapon. The old GR Yaris.
重いな。
楽しい。
楽しい？
ちょっと失敗したんだけど。Alright, results. GR4 class, that's the 4-wheel drive. And there's me, Smith Are, and first place with the 22. And this is the 2-wheel drive GR class. This is all the 8.6s, and I'm faster than them. So I was the fastest today overall on the GR course, which doesn't mean anything, but it's nice to be number one. All these guys up here are from the regular course, so you can't really compare time. These guys are like 36, 34 seconds. Doesn't matter, came first. Yay! First place in my group. Now, admittedly, there are only 3 people in my group, but out of the GR course people, there were 8 overall, so I'm still fastest out of 8 people. Now I need to buy a 4-wheel drive turbo car for the collection as well. All right, let's just calm down. I may have been a bit excited when I said that. Let's just take it easy with the whole buying more cars thing. That said, Toyota's doing a pretty good job recently holding down the lightweight sports car segment of the market. In fact, Keiichi Tsuchiya himself said if we don't buy a GR86, we are betraying Toyota's efforts in building that car. Speaking of DK, did you know he used to have his own line of performance parts called K-Office? And he used to have an office up in his hometown of Nagano. So I was driving back from the Itasha meeting here in Nagano, and I realized I'd be coming past here. Bit of a holy spot in Japan's drifting history. Keiichi Tsuchiya's original K-Office building. So as you can see, it's not used anymore, and K-Office doesn't really exist in the same way that it used to, but look at the old logo. And it's just in this valley, sort of, I don't know, 20 minutes away from Nagano itself, and there's a really nice road just there, like going up the mountain, so it's a pretty good spot to have it. It's all covered in tarps, so we can't see anything inside, but look at this, there's a poster for the next round of Autopolis, which is being held next week. This is kind of retro too, this sign here, the Yokohama Advan Grand Prix. So the Grand Prix is what the Neovas were before they were Neovas. Like back in the day, Grand Prix were like the best drift tire, and they were really expensive back then too. See, this big building here right next to it is a shrine, and just as I got out of my car, they started ringing the bell. Sort of added to the atmosphere of visiting a holy spot in Japanese drifting history. And this road here used to be the main road, but it's been bypassed about 200 meters up the road there, and you can see that's the new road over there. So there you go, a little bit of forgotten Japanese drifting history. The K-Office original building, now abandoned. So there you go, that's the new show format, a bunch of little segments all put together. Give it a like if you want to see more like this, and subscribe if you haven't already. I was thinking of making one of these a month because, you know, there's a lot of stuff I see that is interesting but not long enough to make up an entire video, which is actually how the YouTube channel started in the first place. I used to go and take photos for magazines, and in the meantime I'd, you know, shoot some little video with my camera, and then that turned into the Noriyaro Raw, which then turned into the regular videos that you see now. So it's kind of a natural evolution, I think. Also, if you'd like to see the videos before anybody else, like these people here, these are my tier 3 subs over on patreon.com, and it's thanks to people like this that I can do silly stuff like buy a Pro Box, you know, as the result of a joke I made on Instagram that kind of spiraled out of control. So if you'd like to see this video before everybody else, Patreon's the way to do it. Here's some other videos for you to watch. Don't forget Noriyaro 2 for the bonus channel. Just hit 100,000 subscribers. Gonna get my plaque soon, yay. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Pro Box. It's manual, by the way. And look how lightweight it is. Look, they weigh nothing. It's great. It has an AM/FM radio with one speaker. Well, you'll see it next time.